Hello again, spiritual seekers, and welcome to your weekly global consciousness forecast for December 18th to 24th. Now, let's quickly take a look at something that happened last week. Last week, we had a decision made against net neutrality. And if you look at last week's reading that I did in the position of laws and business and finance globally, we had this temperance reversed, and I think that speaks very true for that, because temperance is a card of balance. It's a card of hot and cold coming together in lukewarm, neutral, balanced, and this was reversed. So it does not surprise me that that decision was made. So for you who haven't seen last week's forecast, go take a look at it. See what has happened in the world and in your life, for you specifically in your country, what you are aware of, and see if it spoke true. That's just one little example. So it's interesting always to look back at last week's forecast and see how accurate it was. Okay, so let us continue and let us see what tomorrow is Monday, the 18th of December. So let's see what energies, what global energies there are that will work on everybody. This is for all signs. Remember, we are all one consciousness, and the planets do affect us all on a broader scale in the same way. So I want to pull one card for the general energy, for the global energy that will affect us on a larger and a smaller scale. Okay, so let's go. Let's tune in. Help me tune in. Thank you, angels, guides, teachers, past ones, all the Akashic records, for your truth and for clarity. For truth and clarity, we want truth and clarity. Next week's energies affecting everybody. Next week's global energies, we want clarity today. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Give me one card for the overall energies. One card for the energies that will dominate us. Give me one card. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to trust. Thank you for speaking truth. We want one card. Okay, it's almost ready. The first one takes a little longer. Okay, one card. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. We got it. First card out. Two of Cups upright. Excellent. Smooth going. Equality. It's interesting. It's kind of the opposite. Last week, what happened there? We had the Knight of Wands reversed, and the energies were very different. This week, we will have positivity in communication. Whatever is happening, the energies will promote equal rights. The energies will promote understanding on an equal level between two parties. The energies will promote good contracts, good communications, positive energy on all levels, because the Two of Cups is an extremely good card in general. So let's see how this card will affect us in more specific ways. First of all, I'm going to look at the global energies, high level, okay? High level communication, specifically how this will play out. If it's going to work, if it's not going to work. You know, sometimes, no matter how good the energies are, when something happens, we can't stop it from happening, but how we go about reacting to it, how we can maybe make it a little less drastic, that is very, very important. So that's how the positive energies could play out on negative occurrences. Okay, so let's see. Global communications, people talking to each other, relationships. Give me one card. I want one card for this. One card. Thank you. No, it didn't feel right. Let's continue. Let's continue. Oh, speak to me, cards. Give me truth and clarity. Two of Cups upright. How does it affect global international relationships? Look at this. This is a very interesting one. In the beginning, when you look at this, at the first glance, it looks pretty bad. It's like, wow, Five of Pentacles, it's like strife, no money, outcast, everything. That's kind of talking poverty thinking all the way around, right? But with this energy on top of it, I want you to look at these two people. These two are suffering together. These two are in a difficult situation together. So what this means, and this, I believe that in the international communications energy, people will see if another person is suffering and they will support each other. So if there are some really difficult circumstances, for example, if there's something happening, for example, about refugees, right? Doesn't this remind you a little bit of refugees or outcast people? If there is something that is very badly affecting these people that are suffering, that are having a hard time, that are trying to be accepted, that are trying to come in, for example, then I believe that they will receive help. They will receive recognition. They will receive another group of people who will recognize them as souls, perhaps, who deserve something better, right? And they will band together with them and help them in some way, right? So I think we will see a lot of positive cooperation in difficult times. That's what I see in international relations, all right? So there you go. That was one of those examples that I was talking about just before. So let's see how the Two of Cups upright energy will affect laws, regulations, business, finance on a global scale, all right? On a global scale. So let's see. On a global scale. Give me one card for that. One card. Thank you. Okay. The Seven of Wands reversed. Now, this is actually not so bad. This is not so bad. So I think that there will be an easing up of defensive behavior. This is very defensive behavior. This is someone just not backing down. This is someone just really being very strong in their opinion, all right? But since this is reversed, I believe that this card has a positive effect on laws, rules, regulations that have been very hard, where you will see a letting up of, an easing down of, a softening of hard lines. Okay, that's what I see here. So that's, again, the Two of Cups working very positively on perhaps some very harsh decision makers, on some very harsh rules and regulations that want to be put up in place, that will see a little bit of more of an understanding and easing up of that, similar as in the Five of Pentacles. So I'm going to show you here what I'm doing, making this beautiful pyramid spread here. You see, this is the heart for relationships. This is my prickly hedgehog for finances and laws. I just had this thing here lying around, so I thought that would be a good representation. Okay, now we're going to look at how this can affect us personally, all right? So relationships and official things, finance, business, projects, work, you know, those official things. So I want two cards for us on a personal level, how the Two of Cups can affect us there. Two of Cups on a personal level. Two of Cups on a personal level. What can happen there? Give me two cards, please. Two cards. Thank you for clarity. Thank you. Okay. And this is looking more positive. It looks like personally, if we can just rely on ourselves, things are a little bit easier. And we're getting really good cards here, actually. The Two of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. I believe that this week is excellent for cooperation, for making plans, for spreading your vision. Look at this. Especially the Two of Cups does talk about good, equal relationships, contracts, those types of things. So on a personal level, remember we're talking about relationships, not business or finance, but on a personal level, I think you will be able to connect with your friends, anyone you need to connect with on a personal level really, really well, and they will understand you. You will be able to perhaps make some really good deals for understanding, building something together, especially perhaps in your family relationships, even business partners, if it's about, personal relationships, someone you know, that it's extremely beneficial this week if you are planning a project together with a friend or a business partner who's very close to you or a family member. And look, this is the Planner's card. So with the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands here together, just sit down, talk, and make a vision, plan, okay? Step up from whatever you're doing. Step over it. Look, this person is kind of overlooking the scenery and he's looking into his globe and planning his next move. So stepping back a little bit from whatever it is that the situation you're in and looking with an eagle's eye and then seeing clearly and being able to plan your next step. So if it's love relationships, family relationships, projects that you're planning with people, it's absolutely brilliant. And perhaps even planning, sitting down and planning 2018. That's what I'm getting here as well. It's an extremely good time to connect and make some real concrete plans of what you want to build in 2018. I mean, we're at the end of the year. After this week, on the 24th, after the 24th is Christmas, and usually, family gatherings, lots of eating and drinking and celebrating. So this week is a good week to really sit down and plan. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So this is very, very positive. Okay, let's continue. The next two cards are about specific work, finance, business situations in your life or projects as well. The energy of that, the energy of money as well. So give me two cards for that. Two cards, two cards, two cards. Thank you. Here we go. Oh, we're getting lots of twos. Two, look. Two. Wow. Lots of decisions, lots of communication, lots of cooperation. Now, here, this is looking a little more difficult. So in the realm of personal relationships, it's looking a lot better, a lot clearer than in business and work. It looks like you might be dealing with a situation that it's difficult to move forward, a blockage, something where you don't see clearly, something that's saying, okay, no, this is not the solution and this is not the solution. Okay, so perhaps really talking it over with your friends and family, or if it's a situation at work or a business situation, where there are people involved that you can communicate with better, I would do that. This is all about communication, personal communication. So if it's something at work that you have a blockage to, go and talk to your boss. Go and talk to someone who you feel might be open. And that could resolve this, because this is a really good time for making excellent contracts, personal contracts, right? But look at this. This is an energy coming in with that. So I would say in the area of money, job, project work, maybe it's not the best time to really make those plans like in this area here. All right. It depends, in this area, you got to have a feel for it. If it's like something very personal, yes. If it's like, if you're in a big company, if you're planning, for example, the business venture of next year and it's a little nebulous and there's no personal relationships involved, I would say don't do it, because look at this. The Queen of Wands reversed is something that could backfire. All right. It's something that could backfire on you, something that could go wrong, something where you could make a decision that is not so smart, because Queen of Wands reversed energy is rather a negative, explosive, maybe somewhat impulsive energy, something that is not very supportive. Okay, so I would just go easy. I would just go easy on trying to go too far and make too many plans and focusing too much on your business and money and work. Unless it's personal, like I said here, unless it's a really personal thing where you have someone involved that you can that you connect with really well. And like I said, if it's a decision to be made that is regarding laws, rules, regulations, business, talk it over first. Try to make that personal contact first. Try to get the information. Try to create the connection before you make a decision here. Okay? That's what I'm getting for you. So, another interesting week. I believe that you can really take advantage of this in a very positive way. Perhaps take a look at this reading again at the end of next week and see how it played out. See how accurate this was. See how the energies helped you. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy this new series of weekly forecasts. I'm absolutely loving doing this. It's fun, and I'm going to take heed and make a beautiful connection with the people I love and talk everything over with them. And the week after that, perhaps make a new business plan. So, I hope this has helped you. Leave your comments below. Thank you so much. Yeah, let me know what you think. Natasha, your Empress of Wands. Bye for now.